On Sunday, we're playing Arsenal, so let's do a preview all about that game. Gaz, I'm coming to you first. Wayne Rooney, is it time he was taken out of the team? People are complaining about his performances. He wasn't really fantastic midweek. What do you think?
Yeah, Wayne Rooney, it's getting really hard to come up with excuses for him now. We've played him in just about every single position, and there's still people trying to make excuses for him. Like, there were reasons why it won't work in midfield, reasons why he won't play up front, reasons why he can't play number 10. And it feels like he just isn't fit for the team. And it's starting to feel like that. And it's such a shame because we all know what he can do. However, can I just say, the game against Wolfsburg, he was getting in some great positions in the midfield to receive the ball. It's just what he actually does when he gets the ball, which is the problem. And I do think that we should play him against Arsenal, though. Remember he scored his first Premiership goal against Arsenal. He enjoys playing against them. I'd like to see him play against Arsenal. But it's a big game as well. I do, and I hate to say it, and I hate to sound over dramatic, but I do kind of feel like it's the last chance before I'm going to say, drop him, because I think that Herrera would play better in that position.
And let's not forget, Gaz has power. He spent a while moaning about Van Persie, and now he's gone. Then they shipped him out.
And now he can't even get in the Fenerbahce team. Can I just say that? I slagged Van Persie off loads, got loads of abuse. I said he was done for. Everyone called me an idiot, and now he can't get in the Fenerbahce team.
Idiot.
That's because you are an idiot.
Adam, Gaz mentioned Ander Herrera. Do you think he should be playing instead of Wayne Rooney? Do you think he would bring more to our team?
Oh, man, are you really asking me this question?
I am.
Everyone knows I love Ander Herrera. He's probably my favourite player at Manchester United. And I think when he plays, we kind of tick around him and Mata. But Wayne Rooney, now, I think at times yesterday, we saw things that we haven't seen from him in recent weeks. But I think that was because of the way the game was. It was very back and forth. Both teams were attacking. So when Wayne Rooney got the ball in the middle of the park and he turned, and he had Martial and Memphis and Mata all moving around him, he looked a little bit better, and he looked like when he was running with the ball, like he could do something. Problem was, obviously, you see that chance that Martial fantastically created. I love that lad. Down the side and then cuts it back, and you're thinking Wayne Rooney, it's going to be 1-1. Bang, here we are. He's levelling up with Dennis Law, and he skies it. That's the chances he's got to take, especially as a striker for Manchester United, and he's not taking them at the moment, which is a little bit worrying. I'd start him against Arsenal for the same reasons as Gaz, though, but I do think Ander Herrera should come into the team. And with Juan Mata being on such massive form, if it wasn't for the armband, Wayne Rooney wouldn't be starting for Manchester United, and Juan Mata would be playing in his favoured role.
Okay. Now, Howson, moving this conversation forward slightly. If Wayne Rooney scored yesterday, do you think we'd all be saying, no, it's fine? Because Paul Scholes said that he'll get 25 goals this season, probably. We've just got to stick with him. Do you think Scholes is right? Do you think we're worrying too much?
I don't know if we're worrying too much, but I think there's always the tendency to overreact to a good performance and overreact to an average performance. Because it wasn't a poor performance from Wayne Rooney. It was average. And it's not like he's been rubbish all season. I thought he had one of the best games of the season against Sunderland. He was great. He was lively. He was running at players. He was looking to create stuff. So I think, although the team was a little bit flat overall last night, Rooney was just a little bit flat. I am in the play Herrera camp, and I would like to see Herrera given some minutes, because I don't think Herrera's done anything wrong. And Rooney does get this favouritism where he gets played through his form or poor form, where nobody else in the team does. Will he get 25 goals?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
He's on 5 already.
To be honest.
He's on 5.
Number 10's his position. He can't play number 9 for me, so he's got to play number 10. And I don't know. He's a conundrum. It's that captain's privilege is a weird thing.
Okay.
Right. Give it to Basti.
Interesting. Let's focus now a little bit more on Arsenal, and particularly their manager, Arsene Wenger. He'll be looking for some sort of result following their Champions League loss. Do you think that helps us, makes things harder for us? And what do you make of his relationship with Lou Van Gaal? Do you think there's a sort of battle between them like we used to see with him and Fergie? Or is it just a case that they're just two different managers and they don't really care?
The thing is, all those United fans have sort of been mocking Wenger because of, the midweek result, because he rested a few players. But if they win this weekend, he's had the last laugh for me, because I think it's a bigger game this weekend than the Champions League game for both our teams, because I'm going to sound completely negative here and probably the wrong attitude, but I don't think Arsenal or Man United can actually win the Champions League this year. So I'd say it's a bigger game for both teams this weekend. And like I say, if Wenger gets a win, then he has had the last laugh. And Louis van Gaal will have a lot to answer for as well, because Matt has come out and said, the players are feeling quite tired, which isn't a good thing to say ahead of a big game like this. So it'll be interesting to see how the older guys do. Hopefully Schweinsteiger is still able to play. Obviously he got brought off against Wolfsburg. Hopefully that isn't because of his tiredness, and I'm hoping that he's fresh, because as soon as Schweinsteiger doesn't play, we just look like such a worse team.
Yeah. Adam, do you agree with that?
Arsene Wenger's a bit of a funny one. Whenever I hate Arsenal, I hate 95% of their fans, they're absolute whoppers. But whenever Arsenal lose, I love it. But then when Arsene Wenger is under all this stress and I see his face, I feel sorry for him. It's a bit of a mad situation. But I don't think there's any rivalry between him and Louis van Gaal. I think Louis van Gaal's a better manager than him. I think Arsene Wenger's finished now, really, as a top-flight manager. I don't think he can challenge for the big trophies anymore. And although Arsenal will obviously be a threat on Sunday, I think we go there as favourites. Arsenal, the onus will be on them to attack. Manchester United always play better when teams attack us, and it allows us to break onto them. Emirates is a huge pitch as well. And that's why I think Wayne Rooney could have a good game against Arsenal, because if we hit them on the break and we got Martial, Memphis and Mata running, spreading their defence, and Rooney's going to have space to work with in the middle. So it's going to be an interesting one, but I don't think Wenger's a rival to Van Gaal at all.
Okay. By the way, anyone who gets the tram to the games, have you ever noticed when you're walking up to Old Trafford, have you ever seen that bloke who looks just like Arsene Wenger if he was on crack? Just throwing it out there. Honestly, anyone who gets the tram to a United game, just look on your left-hand side, you'll see him. He's always asking for tickets. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Anyway.
Guys are going to get killed by tickets out next week.
Housen, Adam just said that we're favourites going in. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, Arsenal have beat us once in the last 13 times, I think, in the Premier League. And that's including the Moyes era. And it was including the first season of Louis van Gaal's transition. Arsene Wenger is like the maximum face, minimum effort, innit? He just does enough not to get sacked every single season. If he was United manager, I'd be pulling my hair out, because you look at the team on paper, and it's mint, to be fair. They've got some absolute world-class talent in there, but he can never put together a team that will come from behind and win a game. A team that will fight and get a 1-0 scrappy win. He's got this philosophy, if you want to be Louis van Gaal-isms. He's got this philosophy of how you should play football. And if it doesn't go that way, then he's like, whatever. I wanted to play that way and we lost, so whatever.
You don't have the winning mentality.
He's signed players
got
that
no ruthlessness to him. No ruthlessness to him whatsoever. And that's where I think Louis van Gaal is going to absolutely wipe the floor with him. Not only that, we have better games against teams that actually want to play football against us, because we're better at it than the vast majority of teams. I think, apart from the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, I think we play football better than most of the teams in the world. So when a team comes up and tries to play football against us, they're going to get beat. And I think if Arsenal try that with us on Sunday, we're going to beat them.
Okay, makes sense. Housen, who would be in your starting 11?
It's going to go pretty much the same way. I'm campaigning for Varela to get a start. Probably not going to happen against Arsenal, if we're honest.
No.
So, I don't know, because I don't know what the reason Tony Valencia was took off. Was it a knock, or was it just because he wasn't playing so great?
I think there's many reasons why Tony Valencia was took off.
I'm going to start Tony Valencia because I like how he goes. He's a little bit of a bully, and I think that can work with Arsenal. Hey, shut it. We're going with Valencia,
guys,
right?
It's Housen's team. Let's all calm
Valencia,
down,
right,
let him give his team, and then you can tell him why he's wrong.
I'm sorry, Tony, but it's come to this, man.
I like him as a right back, not as a winger. So Valencia right back for defensive reasons. Usual back two, and Damian left back. It's got to be midfield, I think, hasn't it? Because we don't know how long Carrick's going to be out for. And then I think it's going to be the same forward four as the Wolfsburg game. I would like to see Herrera in there, but this captain's privilege thing means that the best we can hope for is that he gets a half or maybe half an hour.
If Herrera starts, Martial Mata will get dropped.
I know.
Yeah, that'll be it, yeah.
The weirdest thing about it is that Louis is so ruthless with individuals, isn't he? And he doesn't do it.
Except Rooney.
Yeah, that's what it's.
Let's be honest,
it's a bit weird.
He got rid of Robin van Persie. If it comes to the summer and he thinks Wayne Rooney's surplus to requirements, will be off.
Yeah, hopefully.
Gaz, your team.
I didn't say hopefully like I want Rooney to be sold then. I hope
Yes,
he comes
you
good.
did.
But if he don't come good, he should go. Anyway, yeah, my team, I think we've got problems at our left-back position. Of course, Luke Shaw's out and Marcus Rojo's out. So I've really struggled on who to pick there. I was going to put Daley Blint there and play Phil Jones alongside Chris Smalling, but I don't think Phil Jones is anywhere near intelligent enough for a game like this. We know how Arsenal play. We need intelligent centre-halves. So I've got De Gea in goal, Darmian right back, Smalling and Blint as the centre-halves, and Howson's mate, Ashley Young plays left back. But like I say, he is the weak point in the team. He is the weak point in the team. I don't even want to put him there. I just feel like we've got to put him there. Schneidlin, Schweinsteiger, centre mids, Memphis on the left, Mata on the right, Rooney playing behind Marshall. But let's see how Rooney gets on. And if he has an abysmal first half, I would take him off for Herrera because I think this is Herrera's type of game.
Okay, Adam, two very similar teams, but the difference was Valencia, Ashley Young. Give some opinion on that, please.
It's a difficult one because we're in a situation of who do we start out of two wingers at fullbacks. Now, I would start Ashley Young if I had to pick one of the two out of Valencia and Young. The goal that we conceded, when you watch that goal back and have a look at Antonio Valencia's positioning, he's about 6-7 yards behind the line of defence. Chris Smalling's holding the defence out like this with his arms out, and Antonio Valencia's having a nap on the back post. And if he wasn't there, two players aren't onside for Wolfsburg and they're not scoring. Now, I've been saying it for ages that his positioning is woeful. And his passing at time is uninventive, if that's a word. And he always looks for the easy option. It's like, remember when people used to say at school, keep it simple, keep it simple. If the pass ain't on, keep it simple. That's exactly what he does. Okay, I'm just going to go back. I'm just going to go back. And I'm cracking up at the thought of him playing.
He's a idiot.
Whoa! Language.
What he is.
And I feel sorry because he works hard. He obviously trains hard. He's a nice lad, but he's not good enough for Man United in certain. Ashley Young, on the other hand, he's not a left back. He's not a right back. But if he plays, he'll keep up with his line. He'll be aware of what he's got to do, and he'll play his role properly. And that's why I'd rather start him. Draxler gave Darmian a very good game for Wolfsburg as well. So it'd be interesting to see how he plays. That's why I think Ashley Young came on at left back because he didn't want to. Ashley Young came on at right back because he didn't want to move Darmian off Draxler and have Draxler on Ashley Young because he would have tore him a new hole. So interesting to see if we swap Darmian back and play Ashley Young. But apart from that, I think we'll see pretty much the same lineup. Sorry for waffling on.
Gaz, come on. I think you should apologise.
I apologise to all the viewers who are offended by the
Getting sacked in the morning.
I'm not on radio now. I'm taking advantage of it.
I don't think that means it's okay.
Yes, it does.
Right, let's talk about Arsenal. Howson, who's going to do the damage? What is the worry? Have you got your spreadsheets?
Who's injured? I meant to look before, but I forgot.
Castellani.
They're bound to have a dozen injuries, aren't they?
Castellani's injured.
Welbeck.
That guy Welbs.
Yeah.
Is Welbeck injured?
Yeah.
Petr Cech's
That's probably a
apparently
bonus
injured.
for us. If Aaron Ramsey plays well, you've got problems. If Cazorla plays well, you've potentially got problems. If Ozil manages to find the ground, you might have problems.
Hey! Mikey Sterling's got a big, nice space for him in his pocket.
I reckon we've got a threat from Aaron Ramsey, from a bit of a long ranger, from edge of the box, maybe something like that. And they'll keep it nice, and I don't think they'll hit us on the break as much as other teams do because I think they're a bit of a slow build-up team, similar to ourselves. So, they've got talent to hurt us. I just hope they don't.
I could end up eating my words here, but I just feel like our centre halves, Smalling and Blint, are sort of the perfect partnership for a game like this. What was that? What was that noise?
For a game like this.
For a game like this, yeah, definitely. For a game like this is where they can really deal with the threats that come at them. I'm confident.
Okay. Adam, confident?
No, I'm not confident at all. I hate losing against Arsenal. It's like going into a game against Liverpool. On paper, you think, yeah, we should beat this lot. But then you think, oh, if we lose, it's going to hurt so bad. I'm going to delete my Twitter account. I'm going to just hibernate for a bit because the world's not going to be a nice place if we lose against Arsenal.
Arsenal fans don't know how to win, do they? They're not very good when they win. They're just
or draw.
As for Arsenal, I think they provide us a threat going forward. Obviously, they got some fantastic players. Sanchez is a beast. He's their best player. He's the only one. I watched them against Olympiacos. He's the only one that when the chips are down, he still rolls his sleeves up and gets working. So I like him. Apart from that, their defense is crap. We need to get him. I said this in the summer, didn't I? Petr Cech papers over the cracks for Arsenal. They need some centre halves and they need a centre defensive midfielder. Let's get at them.
Okay.
Let's win 5-4.
Okay.
6-5.
We'll make your prediction. Go on.
2-0 United.
Howson.
A really nervy 1-0 United.
You ask me first next time because I was going to go for a really nervy 1-0 United. So I will go for a really nervy 2-1 United.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Then I'll say 3-2. It'll be a classic. United will win 3-2. It'll be real nice. We'll all enjoy it. There'll be loads of goals and drama and action, and it'll be one of the greatest days of our lives.
Football!
Right, exactly. That's that. Now, just a quick reminder, because we're getting very close to the deadline of our fantastic match day competition. You can win 2 tickets to Old Trafford to watch a football match. You can win accommodation in a hotel the night before. You can win flights from wherever it is on the earth that you live. And for no reason I'm quite sure of, you can also win a mobile phone. How ridiculously good is this competition? The details are below in the description. Enter, for goodness sake. It'll be really cool. Even if you live in Manchester, just fly round.
Can I enter?
Yeah, just fly around the globe, back to where you started, stay in the hotel, enjoy the game, use the phone, send us a picture. It'll be amazing. Have a great time. Yeah.
Sam!
What?
Competition closed yesterday.
No, it didn't.
September the 30th.
What I need is for you to be quiet and let me do my job. That's what I need from you. Thank you very much. See you later.